Hello. The fastest period of economic growth in American history was between 1861 and 1933. It was a time of great innovation. The telegraph, telephone, electric light, airplane, and assembly line were just a few of the innovations of the time. This was the era when America became the economic powerhouse of the world. Over the last 50 years have also been a time of great innovation. The microprocessor, personal computer, internet, mobile phone, and artificial intelligence are just a few of the innovations we've seen in our lifetimes. But America's economic growth has been tepid at best. The question is why? Over the last 40 years, American businesses have outsourced millions of manufacturing and technology jobs overseas. So American workers are no longer fully benefiting from American innovation. Over 6 million manufacturing jobs have been outsourced overseas since 1979. And China has been the biggest beneficiary. Today, China accounts for 30% of global manufacturing output compared to only 17% in the US. But China hasn't been the only beneficiary of US manufacturing outsourcing. An American company, NVIDIA, designs and engineers the most advanced computer chips in the world, which are used for artificial intelligence and other areas. But all of their chips are manufactured in Taiwan. In fact, Taiwan manufactures 60% of the world's semiconductors and 90% of the most advanced ones. Outsourcing of technology jobs has also become a huge problem for American workers. 92% of the largest companies in the US leverage IT outsourcing services, and 37% of American IT jobs have been outsourced overseas. India has become the outsourcing capital of the world, and giant Indian outsourcing companies now control the IT services market in America. And the Indian outsourcers are moving into other areas, including customer support and back office operations like payroll and human resources. American companies are even accelerating their efforts to send jobs overseas. An estimated 30 million more American jobs are at risk of being outsourced in the coming years. So here's how we can fix it. First, we must make America the best place in the world to start a new business, expand an existing business, and hire Americans. And to do this, we need to simplify our convoluted tax system and streamline our onerous regulatory processes. Second, we must remove the incentives for American companies to move operations overseas. Between 1861 and 1933, when America became the economic powerhouse of the world, the average tariff on manufactured goods was 50%. It's 1% today. This has made it cheaper for American companies to move operations overseas and then ship their products back to the US than it would be to do the work in America. And we must return to the trade and tariff system that made America strong. And third, we must create a world-class workforce that can excel in a technology-driven world. Now, I have another video on creating a world-class workforce that outlines how. So the US trade balance went negative in 1979 and has been negative every year since. And wages have stagnated during the same period. Between 1979 and today, productivity grew by 62%, while wages only grew by 17%. And outsourcing is to blame. The economic impact of outsourcing isn't the only problem. The social impact of outsourcing has been disastrous. Drug overdose is now the leading cause of death of men under the age of 50. And the suicide rate for middle-aged men is 3 times the historic norm. The rising rates of depression, alcoholism, and homelessness can all be attributed in some way to the economic despair that pervades our cities and rural areas. And there are a growing number of young people who believe that capitalism has failed them. Many are turning to socialism, which doesn't offer any real answers at all. We cannot continue to discard American workers. It's time to bring our outsourced manufacturing and technology jobs back to America. Our future as a prosperous, cohesive, and stable society depends on it.